David Corson, Sunday, May 18th, 2025. A little past 6:30. Woo! Just warming up. Got some effort already showing. Got a couple of laps to do. What a beautiful day. It rained this morning. And I went up to the house. Plumber, irrigation guy is out there putting the heads in. Tomorrow, the sod and the dirt. We're sodding the freaking lawn finally. And just about everything's done. A couple days, we will be applying for our certificate of occupancy. Just got my little punch list from my buyer for my little house I'm staying in right now. And not too bad. Hey, listen, whenever you sell a house, you got to get inspected. And anyway, the inspector always has to make himself feel like he's important. And all the little stuff, just typical, oh, we want this painted, that. And we're in construction. I run a construction magazine. So when I see these quotes that these people come back with, I just laugh at them because I know it doesn't cost that much. If you would just say, instead of spending the time to getting that stuff done, I told them I was in construction. They all knew it. And they could have just said, hey, I want this, and this fixed. Can you do that? Make it right? And I would have said, yeah, I'll get it done. All the stuff in my last house, my trophy house, I fixed the AC. I fixed everything that was on there myself. You know, I used to cut the grass there, weed, keep the trees trimmed. So I did all the stuff. There are a lot of people up here at the pool. You know, on a Sunday. You know, school's basically out, and everybody's having a good time. We're rocking and rolling. So, but I'm sweating right now. I got about 2 more laps to go. Trying to make it home, get in the shower, hydrate, get something to eat. I want to watch the Panthers Maple Leafs Game 7. Maple Leafs won the other night in Florida when no one gave them a chance. And they came back. They haven't won the Stanley Cup since 1967. So it's going to be a huge game. And I just want to see a close game. May the best team win. So, but they're playing the Florida Panthers. They won the Stanley Cup last year. So there's a couple of really good players on there, and I'd like to see them go in too. But hey, I'm just looking for some good hockey. Like last night, Dallas beat the Winnipeg Jets. That was the old Atlanta team that was here before they moved back up to Canada. Anyway, went in overtime, and there was a guy on the Winnipeg team. His dad died unexpectedly Friday night, and he decided to play Saturday night, which is what I would have done. And anyway, he got a penalty right at the end of regulation, and he was in the box, and they got the winning goal on off his penalty, but he got the first goal that made it 1-0 them. And I just told my wife, because she wanted the Stars win. My kid lives in Dallas and all this stuff. Anyway, I just said, hey, I'm going for the underdog here, man. The guy, he's probably had no sleep. Dad dies unexpectedly, and he's got his duty to his teammates and the coach and the fans. And he got it was 1-0 for a long time, and then they tied the game and then went in overtime, and then he got the penalty right before regulation, and then he was just about ready to get the big. I told my wife, I go, look, quick, turn the game on. They're back from they're just starting to drop the puck. It always happens in the first couple of minutes, or it goes for like 2 periods and it's a fluke goal. But that's just the reality of it. So what an exciting game. Great season for Winnipeg. They can go home and hang their heads high. Dallas is going to go play on. They're going to play the winner of they're going to play the Canes out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and the West is going to be Edmonton, Dallas. So tonight's winner will play the Canes in the East. Sorry about that, but those will be the final team. I wrote my column, my magazine. I said this is the best time to be if you like sports and you like to see chess match and teams give their all. Today, God, I watched. I was up at the house, but I was just catching some scores, and I caught the end of the Maryland Georgetown lacrosse game. So congrats to the Terps getting in the Final Four. Cornell's in there, and then you got Penn State and Syracuse, ACC, Big Ten, and the Ivy. Those are the leagues that those teams come from, and all those teams are beasts. So next weekend in Foxborough, which is up in New England, outside of Boston, just south, at that stadium, man, that's going to be some awesome lacrosse. I can put my shades down, sorry, because it's really bright. But in any event, It's going to be a great game tonight. And thinking about that, here's my word of the day as I go into my Sunday night, which I still got a lot going on. And like I said, it's a short week this week. You know, you got to get everything done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, because Friday's a wash. Everybody's going. I heard that there's more people on the road this Memorial Day than they've had in a long, long time. Gas prices are down. Everybody's optimistic and cheerful. Just, you know, feeling good. And a lot going on in the world. And everything, you know, and listen, not everything's perfect, but you got to try to fix some things. So I'm optimistic too. So here's my word of the day as I go into the rest of this May 18th Sunday night and get ready for early Monday morning, May 19th. And you know what to do. Get up early, make your bed, do something positive right off the bat. And then get in the shower, put your game face on, have a good breakfast, dress for success, and then go out and kill it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then tone it down and get ready for a long weekend. And if you're working, like my kid will be working, hey, my son just got off night shift. Now he works Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then every other week he gets the other Saturday off. And he's working 6 to 7, I think his shift is. But anyway, he's ecstatic. So he's working right now. He probably he's probably got about another hour left on his first day back on the day sick. But very, very cool. So hey, listen. I know some people are going to be working. If you're in hospitality or restaurants or even retail, those stores are going to be open, you know. And we want, you know, people hopefully are, you know, in a good mood to spend some money and let's pay off some bills. But I'm telling you, a lot of optimism in the country right now. So here's my word, and that word is humor. Yeah, humor. Why do I say humor? Well, you got to look at things and just, you know, sometimes you just got to laugh and go, oh my God, is that real? Did that really just happen? Did I just see that? Did I just read that? You know, just you got to have humor. Life is full of all, you know, ups and downs and this and that, but you got to have humor. And, you know, just stuff that happens and you think back, you're like, God, if that's what they're worried about, God, you know, I've got it awesome. So, and so do you. If you have humor, you know, there's time to be serious. There's time to be, you know, gleeful. There's time to be, you know, sad. You know, but humor, you know, you can use it a couple different ways. It can be sarcastic. It can be funny. It can be truthful. It can be all of those things. And having humor, it's a very, very good characteristic because you can adapt to all those different situations that it can be used in. Like, let's say on the athletic field, you know, some guy tried to play, you know, take you and he did a lousy job. And now, look, I could say it sarcastically and say, you know, oh yeah, that was a really great move, you know, as our team runs down the field with the ball, you know. Or he does a really, really good move and he just blows by you, scores the goal, you knock him into the crease, he gets up, he looks at you, and you look and go, hey man, you got to practice a lot harder, man. You'll score more goals. But that's respect. The way I said it to him. That's humor. And if I was that guy, I'd be like, yeah, man, practice every day. And I'm going to come for you again. Get ready. And then I'll shake his hand at the end of the game. And we'll go in the parking lot and have a couple beers. Or cigars, whatever. But that's humor. You need humor in sports. All right? There's a time and place to be serious for everything. But you got to have humor. Hey, business, you got to have humor, man. There's so much stuff that goes on. Some of the just craziest stuff you'll see. You know, as a marketing guy, I look at what people spend their money on marketing for and the people that they hire. And I just sit back and go, oh my God, they could do so much better. You know, and not that I want it. I just look at them and say, God, why are they spending money in there? Or why are they doing that? It makes no sense. You know, like I said, if you watch my videos, I always tell you, in relationships, you got to keep it simple. You got to keep it simple in business. Do what you do good and make sure you're improving every day on it. And better than you were yesterday and better than you're going to be tomorrow. Always, always be improving and moving forward. Winning and learning. But you got to have humor to do it. You got to make yourself laugh. Because you get too serious, you get stressed, and it's just not worth it. You know? Like, listen, right now, I need humor. I got to pack up a house. I got to get that punch list done. I got to finish my house this week and get my certificate. And I got to get my issue out and, you know, all this stuff. And next 4 days are going to be hellacious. I got my one car sitting up there. I got to get the other car. I want to get running. So when we put them up there, they're working. And I still got to finish up just a couple of things. Tomorrow, crack of dawn, we got to be up at the house. 33 pallets of solder getting delivered with topsoil. They're putting in all the plants, finishing. The irrigation guy was up there today, and man, you got to have humor. So I kind of just have to laugh about stuff, you know. But in business, you know, whatever you're doing, man, if you're the low man on the totem pole or person or the CEO, the owner, you got to have humor, man, because the way that everybody interacts, you got to have fun. And humor enables you to do that. Even on the serious subjects, you know, it's life. You know, you're going to go through all sorts of stuff. Relationships, you got to have humor. That's why people would be attracted to you, man. They make you laugh, they make you smile, they make you feel good, they make you do all those things. That's why humor is so important in a relationship. Doesn't matter if it's with your spouse, your better half, your wife, husband, kids, pets. Hey, you talk to plenty of people all day, you know? So, I mean, I had to go to Home Depot, get a couple pieces of wood for some trim that we didn't like. We wanted to get it done while the woodworking guy was finishing up. We put up our stairs and our rails today. And, you know, I had to have humor, man, you know? I was like, hey, Benny, man, that guy's an unbelievable mill worker. But, you know, he just has a funny way of going about stuff. He says some funny stuff, man. You make anybody laugh. So having humor in relationship, doesn't matter what they are. Most important, you're in personal, because if you're going to be with that person, you got to be able to laugh together. Like my wife, she'll show me something on Facebook of people like falling down the stairs or whatever. Man, it looks like it hurts. But we sit there and laugh on the freaking sofa, man. We're just like, oh my God, she just cracks up. And I know if I look over there, I'm going to crack up too, you know? But sometimes you just got to laugh. It's so good to feel humor, man. Just laugh, you know? Go see a comedian, man. Just laugh. I don't care if he's dirty or not, as long as he's good. So, and sleep. You got to humor your body. I know I worked your ass off today, but come on, man. Give me 6.5 hours of just total sleep. Get me up at 5. I don't care. I'm going to bed early anyway. I'm going to watch that game. I'm beat. And I'll probably watch the third period in bed. I'm going to sleep. You know, I just got way, way too much ahead of me. But at least I can laugh about it, you know. Better to be busy than not, you know, whether it's good or bad. And, but humor, it's a really good word to be associated with. It came back out, so I'm going to put my signature back on. Hey, listen, if you work on your humor every day, every week, every month, for the remainder of the year, all the way to December 31st, you'll see a change in yourself. Your mind will, your spouse, your husband, your wife, your kids, your pets, everybody you interact with, your teammates, your coworkers, whoever. But when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to be like, yeah, man, you've changed. It's not going to happen overnight. Got to be consistent. So, hey, if you're not working on yourself or doing anything, no better time in the present. Right here on your phone, you're addicted to it. You know you're connected to it. Create a memo pad. Decide on what you're going to improve on your humor. Work on your humor tonight. Just try something. Just post something that's funny on your freaking social media. Whatever. Do something. And then write a couple sentences or paragraph. Hey, I just did this. Next day, do it. Next day, do it. You do that all the way. You'll have 7.5 months of doubting yourself. And you will freak out in what you see. Because you can remember every one of those days. All right? And you got to do it every day. Okay? But I'm telling you, you do it, you'll get addicted. It's just a self-check on yourself. And humor is a really important, one of the most important words I give you all year. Humor. It's just so important to have that, you know, characteristic. So that's from the heart. Take it to the bank, put it in your knowledge vault. Use it whenever you need it. Beautiful sunny day, rain, snow, sleet, whatever. You need to pick me up, just go have a laugh. Go laugh at yourself. Record some videos on yourself and go up and laugh at yourself. Hey, I laugh at myself all the time. Okay? That's how you learn. So, with that, hey, I appreciate y'all. Be safe. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. Have an awesome week, and happy Memorial Day ahead. Thank you to everybody that sacrificed, and take action. Humor.